Before I get started, I would just like to say if you're my mum, brother, cousins or anybody who's related to me, please don't watch this video because it is a bit personal and it's information that I don't really want you to know, and I'm sure that you don't really want to know either. So just skip right on to the next video, and thanks for attempting this anyway. Also, if you're squeamish about needles and you can't listen to stories about needles, then I doubt that you would have clicked on this thumbnail, but you know, just in case, because it is going to get detailed. I personally don't mind needles at all, and when I get sent to get like my blood took, I love to watch the nurse put it into the vein and just watch the little bottle fill up with blood. I just think it's great. Hi everyone, before I start this video I'd just like to say that I have been recording several videos over the weekend, so if you see me wearing the same top and eyeshadow, that's because I filmed all these in the same day. It's not because I just wear the same clothes all the time. In this video I'll be talking about my body piercings. I was going to do a video about my piercings and my tattoos, but I really want to give you an idea on the scale of pain that I felt and how to look after it and if I still have my piercings or not, and I wanted to give you quite a bit of information, so my tattoo video will be a different video completely. So with that being said, I'm going to be talking to you about 6 body piercings today, and if you don't want to hear too much information, like I say, you're probably best off not watching this video because it's going to get personal. The first thing that I got pierced, probably like any other person, was my ears when I was young. I think I was about 2. I do have a little scar here as if my ears had been pierced before and it had been ripped out, but I'm not sure if that's the case. It might be just a little mark on my earlobe. Also, I don't actually have any earlobes. My earlobes connect straight to my head. I don't have like a little bit that dangles down. I mean, that's nothing to do with the story, it's just a little fact that I just thought I'd tell you. So obviously when I got this done I was only young, so I didn't have to take care of my ears or anything, but you'll probably know that when you get your ears pierced most of the time it's just a gun. I can vaguely remember getting it done, but I don't remember the pain factor or anything like that. But I'm sure most people out there, if you're looking at other body piercings, you'll already have your ears done anyway, so I don't need to go too much into that. The second piercing that I got done was my belly button, and I got that done when I was either 15 or 16, and I got that done in a sunbed shop. So as far as I remember, they just took a big needle, like pinched the skin at the top of the belly button and pushed it through, and then they took a tube and like kind of put it over the needle and pulled it back down and then put the bar in. At the time they were allowed to use like a numbing agent, so they would spray you and numb you. As far as I know, they're not allowed to use that anymore because it can increase the chances of infection, and any piercings that I've had kind of lately, they've not used that. But that might be different depending on where you go. I didn't find that sore. Honestly, I'd probably have given the pain factor about a 3 out of 10. It was just a bit uncomfortable. If anything, it felt more like a heat. Like, you know, you did feel the needle going in, but it wasn't really that sore, I wouldn't say. Looking after it, I just had to bathe it every day, maybe twice a day with salt water. And it wasn't much a hassle. I didn't have any problems with it getting infected or anything. The only problem that I maybe had with it sometimes was when I got a bit fatter and I had to wear higher jeans. So like now for example, I don't have my belly button pierced anymore because I used to be able to wear low rise jeans, so I was fine to just sit about. But now that I wear higher waist jeans, when I was sitting, like my waistband used to get caught on and then sometimes it would start to go a wee bit red. So I've obviously took it out. I don't show off my belly button ever, obviously, because I'm fat now, but if I had to ever lose weight again and I was able to show my belly button off, I would definitely get it pierced again because I don't even like looking at belly buttons without a body piercing in them. It just looks strange to me. So the next thing that I got done was my nose, and I think I got that done when I was about 16. The problem that I had with this nose piercing is that I can't actually remember where I went to get it done, but the person who done it obviously done it wrong. Because as far as I know, when you get your nose pierced, it's supposed to be like a kind of hook needle, and they're supposed to put it in and twist it round, because a lot of nose piercings have got like a little screw thing on them. But when I went to get it done, the woman just done it with an ear gun. It was so ridiculous because when you get your ears pierced, the stud like sticks out a wee bit. Not that much, but like it sticks out a wee bit. So I was walking about with this stud totally sticking out, and it just looked like crap, honestly. And because I had to keep on pushing it in, because it was just a straight hole, and the earring didn't have a back on it. It was just a straight hole, so it kept falling out, so I had to keep touching it with my finger all the time, and it kept getting infected. So then after a couple of weeks, when I was able to change the earring, I went to Argos and I bought a set of 3, and all of them were like the little screw-in ones, but because the hole was straight, the earrings weren't going into it. So I had to end up buying the ones that go in, and then you put your finger in and pull it down, and it hooks down, but the little bit kept hanging out the bottom of my nose. Excuse me, I don't know. I've got a croaky throat today. So the little metal bit would hang down, and you had to keep turning it all the time, and then it kept getting infected, or it would go crusty. It wasn't a bad infection, it was just like quite a lot of crust. And then every time without fail that I went to wash my face, it fell right down the sink. So I must have only have had that for about a year, and I got sick of it and I took it out. And to be honest, it didn't look very nice on me anyway. It looked like crap. Because I only got it done with the gun, again it wasn't painful at all. If they'd have used the proper needle, then it probably would have been more painful, but the gun was just like nothing. And I'd probably give that about a 3 out of 10 as well. Nose piercings are obviously just not for me, but I still have a scar here. It doesn't really bother me actually. So the next thing that I got done when I was about 17 or 18 was my eyebrow. And I think I got this done in a sunbed shop as well the first time. I've actually had my eyebrow pierced 5 times, because when I got it done, the guy says that I was still quite young and that my face would grow. Now, at the time, you kind of think, no, I'm not going to grow anymore, that's it, I'm 17 or whatever. My face isn't going to change. But I only had it in for about 5 months, and either my face did change or like my body rejected it. But it started to come out, and it was literally just hanging on with a tiny little bit of skin. And it was just all bare and just this totally wee bit of thread skin over it. And it looked horrible. So I had to take it out. So this continued, and I got it done another 3 times. And then on the 4th time, it kind of started doing it again, but the skin over it stayed thicker. But it was quite thin, like you could see the bar through it. And it was stuck in, so I couldn't get it out. So I had asked one of my brother's friends to try and get it out for me, and when he went to try and get it out, he had really big hands, and he went like that to turn the bar, and it just pulled right out. And I didn't even feel it, because the skin was that thin that I didn't even feel it at all. When I got that done, I got it done as well with a big needle, similar to when you get your belly button pierced. And it just went right up, and then again, he put a wee plastic rod on it and pulled it down, and that wasn't sore either. It was just, to me, it just felt like heat, and I would probably say that's about a 3 out of 10 as well. Now, I think I've got quite a good pain threshold when it comes to things like this, so I mean, it is probably going to be different for you, but this is just my experience. It really just I didn't really feel any pain, and I had had it done that many times that I knew what to expect. So I've actually got a scar here from when it was kind of ripped out, even though it was already being rejected. But like my eyebrow piercing is actually supposed to be kind of more over at the end of my eyebrow, but this one's more in the way because this is just all scar tissue here. So the next thing that I got pierced was my tongue. And I'll just show you, but I know you've seen a tongue piercing before, but I had to get my tongue pierced in a slightly different position. A tongue piercing would normally be about here, like right in the middle, but I had to get mine done further down because I had the vein like right up the middle of my tongue, and I went to about 4 different places and everybody told me that they wouldn't do it until I went to a tattoo shop like in my local area, and they agreed to do it, but they says that it would be further forward, which was fine. I was just dying to get my tongue pierced, and my mum wasn't very happy with me when I did get it done. But once I got it done, I just remember, now this, I must say, this was the first one that I actually felt something, like I did feel something, but again it was more like heat. So I felt as if like they took a clamp and you stick your tongue out and they clamp your tongue. Now the actual clamping of the tongue to me was the sorest bit, because you're trying to not, you know, put saliva all over the person, and you're trying to stay perfectly still, well, they're going to stick this needle into your tongue. But the most uncomfortable part about the tongue piercing was the sound, because when they put the needle in, it actually sounded like a crunch, like as if you'd sat in a packet of crisps or a packet of chips, depending on where you're from, but it was just this giant crunch sound, and you did feel the needle actually going like, it felt like they did it fast, but it did feel a bit like slow motion, but it was just an intense heat as well. But the noise was very disturbing, like when you go to the dentist and they're scraping away at your teeth and you feel as if they're scraping the enamel off. This was just the biggest crunch ever. It was quite unsettling. But again, I didn't really find it that sore. I'd maybe give it about a 5 out of 10. And once I got it done, people say that they can't eat for ages. I walked out of the body piercing place and I just went straight to McDonald's and I got a Big Mac and I got a caramel sundae. And I was totally fine. My tongue didn't swell, it didn't feel any pain. If anything, it felt slightly stiff, like as if it had been cramped up a wee bit, but I didn't have any pain in it at all, and at the time it was like a bigger bar. So for the first couple of weeks you wear a big bar so that your tongue can swell, and then you go back and get it changed to a smaller one. Now, I'm saying that this pain was a 5 out of 10, but I had my tongue pierced for years. And one of my friends was saying, oh, I love your tongue piercing, I think I'll get that done. And I says to her, you know, it's not that sore, it's just like a heat. Like just what I've told you, it's really not that sore. So I took it to the same place that I went to, just, you know, not thinking anything. And my friend was just about to go in, and I was sitting in the waiting room with these two people. And I says to her, don't worry, it's not even sore. And the lassie sitting next to me turned around to her pal and went, aye it is. And I thought, alright, I'm not going to lie to my friend, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not sore. So then the next thing, I just heard my friend shouting on me through the next room, and she's going, oh, like, help! Like, she's actually shouting, help me! Oh, so when I went to run into the room, and she had already came out the room, and she was in the toilet with the door open, and she was like leaning over the toilet, like going to be sick, and her face was purple, like, actually purple. I thought she was going to pass out, and she was crying and she was freaking out, and she was like, oh my god, that you says that wasn't sore. Like, at this point she was speaking, but she was like slabbering, and it was horrific to watch, because I genuinely felt bad, because I really didn't think it was that sore, you know. So if you go and get this done, you could be one of the people that really finds it that sore. But I mean, in my honest opinion, it just wasn't that bad. So after she got it done, we were sitting in the wee room, like in the wee piercing room, for about 20 minutes. And she was just sitting there, like, in shock, not speaking, not doing anything. 20 minutes. And I just couldn't fathom, like, what had happened. And I don't know if it's because she got hers done right through the middle of her tongue, and I had to get mine done, like, forward, and I had to get mine done, like, kind of squinty. Either that or her pain threshold's just different. But it was bad to watch, honestly. I mean, I would give it a 5 out of 10, but watching her, she would definitely have gave this a 10 or more. I thought she was going to die, and it was just bad. If you know somebody else who's got their tongue pierced and that's what you're thinking about getting done, then definitely ask them what they thought. But like I say, everybody's pain threshold is different. I mean, I know some people who have had babies and they've practically just slid right out of them, and then I know other people who have been in labour and they say it's the worst pain that they've ever experienced in their life. So we're all different. I'm just giving you my personal experience. So in order for me to look after this, I basically just had to swirl salty water around my mouth a couple of times a day. The only pain that I really experienced, and the only problems that I experienced with my tongue bar, was when I was going to sleep. So if I went to sleep at night and I was lying like flat down, it was as if the bar was pressing off a nerve or something inside my tongue, and when I woke up in the morning, my tongue would be like really sore and really cramped feeling. So I had to go to sleep the first 2 weeks kind of sitting up a wee bit to stop the bar from like pressing off the nerves, and it was uncomfortable. I must say, it was uncomfortable. I didn't really have a lot of swelling, but it was sore in the morning. So just keep that in mind. Even if it's not sore at the time that you get it done, it will be uncomfortable for a wee while after you get it. So the next thing that I got pierced, now this is where we're going to get personal. So if my mum's watching or my brother's watching or any of you are watching, please don't watch this. I've warned you. If I find out you're watching this, I'm not going to be happy with you. Okay. No, like, if something's that personal, you probably shouldn't really be putting it on the internet, but like, I'm actually warning you here, please don't watch this. So for the rest of you who do want to know, the next thing that I got pierced was obviously a private area, and I'm not going to pull out a diagram or anything and start pointing things out to you. I'm just going to let you use your own knowledge of the female body. When I was about 22, I went and got a piercing, obviously down there, and I got it on the front part. I'm not going to like give any like, you know, I'm not going to whap it out and show you anything, but I got the front part done anyway. I would say, I mean, if you don't know what the front part is, then, you know, maybe Google it or something. I'm not going to like draw you a picture. But when I got that done, I would say that was sore. I don't actually know why I got this done. Even now I still don't know why I got it done. It wasn't for any particular reason. I just liked body piercings and I didn't want to get my nipple done, so I thought I'd get that done. So when I got it done, again, that was just like a big needle as well, and it was painful. I would say that was about a 6. And they carry that, like, I can't actually remember how you took care of that, honestly. I think it was just keeping it clean, like as much as you could. I can't think of the actual care details, but on a pain scale I'd probably give it about a 6. Again, that was just like a heat as well. Like the needle, like to me, the piercing is always just like a heat. So it wasn't uncomfortable after it. It didn't affect a lot of things. It was just there and I quite liked it. But after about a year I decided to take it out because I didn't really see the point in it. I don't know, I don't know why. But then once I was a bit older, I had a friend who wanted to go and get hers done. So I says, right, I'll just go and get mine done again as well. So we went to a sunbed shop. A lot of you will probably be thinking, oh, you don't go to a sunbed shop for something like that. But, you know, the woman was an experienced body piercer. It's not as if you're going in and the wee lassie who just cleans the beds is going to body pierce you. This woman actually owned the sunbed shop and she was a body piercer before she had her sunbeds. So she was qualified and everything. I mean, obviously you don't just go about letting random people pierce your bits. So we went in and my friend went first and she got her front bit pierced as well. So then when I went back in, I was planning on getting that done, but without going into too much detail about it, I couldn't get it done because she was finding it difficult to get the bit that she had to pierce. She says that it was just hard to grab, let's put it that way. And I was like, right, okay, I'll just kind of leave it then. But then she told me that she had hers pierced, but she had hers pierced more on the underneath side. I didn't even know at this point that you could get this pierced, right? I just kind of knew that it existed at this point. I still don't even know what it's actually for, this part. But she told me that she had hers done, and I went there for a piercing, so I thought I might as well get this done while I'm here. So I had to lie like on the bed, on the piercing bed, with my legs up in the air. Like I had to actually put my legs like up in the air. And she was like, you know, down there like looking for the bit with the wee clamp, with the big needle. And I wasn't even expecting anything. I was just lying there, you know, totally calm. I don't get embarrassed about things like this or anything, so she was saying, oh, I'll tell you to relax, but you seem pretty relaxed. And I'm like, I am relaxed, you know, I don't care. It's a woman. Even if it was a man, I still wouldn't care. I'm not embarrassed about these things. So she pulls out the needle and I'm not nervous at all. I'm just totally fine, chilling out. And then the next thing, I just remembering it now, like I didn't think it was that traumatic, but see now that I'm really thinking about it, oof. I remember her clamping onto it and getting the needle and me just expecting nothing, just expecting a bit of heat. But she put the needle in oh, I feel sick. I don't know if it was because she did it more slowly or if it was because of where it was. I couldn't honestly tell you. But it's the first time I've ever went and got a tattoo or a piercing and I've actually made a sound or expressed pain. It was the first time I'd ever expressed pain in front of somebody because they had a needle in their hand. And when I was lying there and she put it in, I actually sat up. I went, oh, I don't know what I done. I think I sat up and went, oh my god, or I sat up and said something. I don't even know what I says. It's totally blank. But again, you heard it crunching like a packet of crisps. You heard the needle going through it and it was extreme pain. The pain didn't last. It wasn't like I got it done and it was extreme pain all day. It was instant extreme pain. It was like being stabbed. Well, I had just technically been stabbed, right? But it was like a stab. It was absolutely excruciatingly painful. And it was so roasting hot. It was like fire. I actually felt as if she'd put petrol on my bits and set them on fire. That was how bad it was. This pain scale was extreme. It was like 10 or more. 10 or 11. That was how bad it was. Now, it took me by surprise as well because I had never expected any sort of pain with a piercing. I thought they were all just going to be pimps. But this was bad. Now that doesn't mean to say that I'm telling you not to go and get that done if that's what you want, because I've still got my piercing in today. But just that one time, like, it really was exceptionally painful. And, you know, I'm not exaggerating here because you've heard the rest of my stories and telling you about my pain. So when I'm telling you it was sore, it was sore. If you've got a low pain threshold for piercings, don't get this done because you'll probably end up being sick. I actually felt sick after it. So when I left and it was just like, I was fine. I'd had a drink of water and I was fine. And I left with my friend and she was like saying, oh, it's just a bit hot feeling. So later on that night we had to go to work and I worked in the casino at the time and I was wearing these lacy French knickers. Now, even though the underneath bit of the French knickers aren't lacy because it's got the wee bit of fabric in it, I don't know how this happened, but I was standing dealing a game. I think I was dealing brag or something, and all of a sudden I just felt like as if I'd peed myself. And I says, like, you're not supposed to just walk off the table. So I says to the dealer, I need to go to the toilet, like, I've got women problems. Now that's the only thing that I could think to say to get off this table as fast as I could. Like, it could have been that, I didn't know what it was. But I just had to get off the table, so he took over the game and I went to the toilet and the piercing had got stuck. I don't even know how this had happened because, like I say, French knickers have got like a lacy bit at the bottom, but they've got the lace bit at the side but the fabric bit in the middle. So when I pulled them down, oh my god. When I went to the toilet, like, the bar had went in between like one of the wee bits of lace. And then when I pulled them down, it was like it pulled onto it, like it actually had caught on. Oh my god, and there was blood everywhere. Oh, it was horrendous. It was everywhere. It was like, it wasn't pure like running down my legs or anything, but like, you know what, it was a mess. And it was bad. And I was standing there and I was like, thank god I had black trousers on. And I was like, oh, I didn't have that long left in my shift either. I only had about an hour, but it was horrible. And it wasn't even that sore. Like, once I'd pulled them down and it pulled it a wee bit, it was painful. But it was just, again, it was more heat. And I don't even know how that got caught, but it was bad. I would say that if you are planning on getting that pierced, make sure you get it pierced when you've not got work that night, because, you know, I think that you actually need to rest it. You just need to rest it. And the only way that I remember actually looking after that as well was just keeping it clean. I watched a video today that says that 99% of people who get these things pierced end up having it, like, it rejects or it ends up infected or anything, but I never had any problems with infection or keeping it clean at all. It was just normal to me. It wasn't hard at all. So I don't understand how all these other people are getting infections. Over the years, I did consider getting other piercings, like I wanted my wrist pierced or I wanted the back of my neck pierced, but the back of my neck would be covered with my hair all the time. One of my friends has 3 bars at the back of his neck and he used to have his wrist pierced, but I used to get infected all the time. And when I worked in the casino, you have to like put your hand over the table and the table is bogging. Like you would clean your nails before you went to work and then you'd go like that over the table maybe twice and your nails would be absolutely disgusting. So having that piercing at the time wouldn't have been a very good idea. The only piercing that I've ever had that I regret is my nose piercing, and that's only because it just looked rubbish on me. I actually like nose piercings on other people. The other piercing that I got down there, I don't really regret it. I still don't even know why I've got the piercing that I've got. It isn't for any particular reason, I just wanted it done. Sometimes we just get things done for no reason. If you want a body piercing, I would just highly recommend that you ask other people what they think, but then at the end of the day, it's really only going to depend on your own pain threshold. Like I said about my friend, I mean, I thought she was going to die. I thought she was going to die of shock that day when she got her tongue pierced, but yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, oh, I went and had a McDonald's and all that. Everybody's different. If you think something looks nice, then just go for it, I would say. There's a lot of piercings out there that I really don't like. I don't understand them. But that doesn't mean to say that I look at other people who have got them and judge them, because we're all different. Like I would quite like to get my lip pierced here, but a few years ago I was going out with a guy and I had my eyebrow pierced and so did he. And then I told him that I wanted my lip pierced and he went and got it done. So then I didn't want to walk about with matching piercings. Do you know what I mean? Walking about with like matching studs and all that. That kind of thing's not for me. So I ended up missing out on getting my lip pierced, but I'll maybe get it done one of these days, even though I'm old. You know, you're never too old to try new things. Let me know in the comment section if you have any piercings and how painful you thought they were, and if you don't have any, do you want any and what ones do you want? If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Don't forget to leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye!